How many of you out there were like me and very optimistic about February? But February has come around and now we're just about winding down the first week of February and everything is just trending in the wrong direction. The first thing I woke up to this morning is a Georgia-based trucking company has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So the second thing is that publicly traded companies are releasing the results of the Q4 of 2023, and all of them are posting between 20 to 30% decrease between Q4 of 2023 versus Q4 of 2022. Like Hub Group, who's currently posting 23% decrease in their gross sales from 2022 to 2023. The third thing that I saw is that Penske is slashing 200 trucking jobs and warehouse employees. So when is this all going to end? Well, Landstar predicts that there's going to be another 2 quarters of this before things are going to get better. Maybe Landstar isn't so far off with their prediction. So a 25-year-old Georgia-based trucking company which had 60 drivers and 33 power units recently filed for bankruptcy protection. Newsom Trucking of Jasper, Georgia filed its petition on Monday in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Northern District of Georgia. Now, it breaks my heart when I see that trucking companies that have a really good safety record that go out of business. So Newsom Trucks has been inspected 11 times and 1 had been placed out of service in the last 24 months, resulting in a 9.1% out of service rate. This is significantly lower than the industry national average of around 22.3%. Now, I, VP of Operations here at ET Transport, can tell you how hard it is to maintain a very, very clean safety record. I mean, we give it our all. And to see trucking companies like this going out of business that have a clean safety record really rubs me the wrong way. So it is really unfortunate, and we're starting to see the effects of these really low rates, that people cannot survive off these really low rates. And you can see that this is the after effect of what happens when your dry van division, your flatbed division, and reefer division are all struggling simultaneously at the exact same time. All right, so now Hub Group with their 23% decrease in gross sales. So imagine if you compare 2023 versus 2022, where 2023 Hub Group had $985 million in gross sales. Now, when you compare the exact same quarter to 2022, they had 1.28 billion. Again, that's 23% decrease from Q4 of 2022 versus Q4 of 2023. Now, this is not just happening to Hub Group. I'm starting to see a repetition between a lot of these publicly traded companies that the transportation sector has fallen between 20 to 30%, and Hub Group has fallen right in the middle of it, actually better than the other companies at 23%. This again shows you just how bad freight rates were in Q4, and again, Q1 of 2024 does not seem any better at all. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is not the first article that I'm seeing. I mean, here, Penske Logistics slashes over 200 truck driver jobs and warehousing jobs. There has been multiple articles in the last, I would say, 2 months of people cutting down their employees, their staff, their workforce, and layoffs are starting to happen more and more because companies cannot keep up. I mean, just like Hub Group with a 23% loss, that's a lot of money that they are not making, and automatically, this is not just happening to them, it's happening to a lot of companies, and they're taking these steps of maybe decreasing their employee staff, maybe decreasing some employees, some truck drivers, some warehouse employees, but all across the board, the employees are starting to get slashed and they're starting to get laid off from a lot of these positions, from a lot of these companies. Now, a lot of us are wondering, how much longer is this going to last? Well, Landstar's prediction is 2 more quarters of this. Now, if 2 more quarters of this is going to happen, so that puts us in Q1 is January, February, March. Q2 is April, May, and June. So they're saying that in July, August, September, Q3, things are going to start getting a little better. But I can assure you that a lot of companies are not going to be holding on for that much longer because they're really at the end of it. They really cannot make ends meet. The cash flow is currently starting to tighten down more and more and more. There are a lot of double brokering, a lot of fraud that's happening in our industry, and this is starting to loop a lot of people into it. As one company declares bankruptcy, they have a lot of outstanding invoices, and those outstanding invoices are not getting paid. And then that means that it's like a trickle-down effect, that everybody's starting to get affected, and the ones with the deepest pockets are the ones that are going to survive and make it forward. So again, I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the situation does not look good out there, and hopefully, when we do the March market recap, it'll be a lot better than the beginning of February, which is what's happening right now. I'm Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and I'll catch you in my next video.